So that's our German hot potato salad. Bacon, potatoes, a bit of sauce, sweet, sour, savoury, a tiny bit of pepper in there and some parsley. Hi everyone, welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick. Today we're doing a cracker from Germany. The south of Germany, we're doing the hot potato salad. Okay, now potato salad is split, in the north, more of a cold salad, in the south the hot salad, okay, and that spreads over into the UK with the cold potato salad. Potato salad, easy to make, it's potatoes and bacon. Okay, I've got a pan here, it's got some water in. I'm going to chuck these potatoes in there like that. I'm going in with some sea salt. Now you can salt up or not salt up, it's up to you. I'm going to go in with about that much. I'm going to stick that on the ring behind me to boil. Okay, while that's doing behind me, we need to be dicing up an onion. Now, fine dice or dice whichever, how big you want. If you want bits of onion in your potato salad, make it bigger. In fact, let's just shove that to one side. Now, parsley is optional. I know some folks don't like it, and I don't believe it should be in everything either. A lot of people have taken on the cooking and recipe and they just think, oh, parsley. But parsley has quite a distinctive taste and it's not always advisable to chuck it in. However, choice, that's your choice. So we've got that little bit of parsley there. Now I'm not saying it's required for this recipe, but we've got it and we're going to put a little bit in just for colour. Those potatoes are going to take about 15 minutes, something like that. And we need to be frying off some bacon and get some bacon oil. I've got some really terrible looking bacon there. It's shop bought and it looks horrendous, but it will do the job. So we just need to start rendering that down. Some nice crispy bacon, but we want to use the bacon fat. If there's not enough bacon fat, we're going to have to go in with a little bit of olive oil, because we're going to use that to cook the onions. All flavour. Okay, I am going in there with a little bit of olive oil already. Now we are trying to crisp this up, so it doesn't matter if it goes brown and crispy, just nice and steady. Okay, that looks good enough to me. Let's get that bacon out of there. Okay, we've got a lovely pan of oil there, look, and bacon fat. That is our friend for this recipe, and some people are going to moan, oh, cooking with bacon fat, hard arteries. Look, we're making German potato salad, and this is flavour. We are going to slow cook our onion in there. Slow. Bit of seasoning for me, and it's pepper. I'm not seasoning with salt because Dijon mustard is salty, so is the bacon. I'm going in there with some pepper. And I'm going to go in there with a good amount of black pepper. There's our potatoes, just put them there. We'll carry on with the sauce. So we got these lovely translucent onions in here now. Look, we've cooked it nice and slow. So we got this lovely onions going on in there. This is the crucial step that most people miss. I was taught to cook this way. We're going in there with a couple of tablespoons of ordinary plain flour or all-purpose flour. We're going to give that a stir in. So this is going to make like a roux. Now this is one of the important steps that I was taught and most people miss out these days. They just go for the sweet and sour. So we'll just give that a little cooking in there. We'll just cook out that rawness from the flour. We're going to go in there with some water. We're going to go in there with our sugar. We're going to go in there with our apple cider vinegar. And we want about a tablespoon of Dijon mustard in there. So we're going to go in with about, oh that's too much, come on. About a tablespoon of Dijon mustard. Nice little stir through. We get this lovely creamy sauce going on. Back in there with our bacon. Now if you're getting a nice thick sauce like that, it's slightly too thick. All we're going to do is add a touch of water. We're going to thin it. Now that is wonderful. Just let that come together while we slice through our potatoes. Potatoes, slice, dice, cube, whew, anything, up to you. As big as you like, small as you like. Got that lovely sauce there, look. In there with our potatoes. Now these potatoes are red hot, they haven't had time to cool down. So we can actually turn off the flame. Turn off the flame and let's just stir those potatoes in there. Now you can be a bit more careful than I am. I'm just heavy-handed really. I'm just stirring it all through. And if some of the potatoes break up, I'm not interested. They're going to get eaten anyway. A little bit of parsley through there. Like we said, it's down to choice. We'll save a little bit to serve over. Some people do not like parsley. I understand that. You know, obviously flavours and things. That really looks tremendous. So all we have to be doing now is serving some of that up. So there we are, that is German hot potato salad made. Over the top with a little bit of parsley. Look at that. Bye, that looks fantastic. Look in there. Hot potato salad. Come on. Look at the bacon in here. That's the first job. Potatoes, bacon. Oh, it's boiling actually. It's a bit warm. Oh, that is a bit warm actually. It's steaming. Oh, come on. Where do you start? Bacon, potatoes, oh, sweet, sour sauce. Oh, it's absolutely delicious. Mm. Mm. That is absolutely wonderful. You know, there's some fantastic recipes from around the world, you know. Folk don't try any of this stuff, but this is sensational. This is even good cold. Now don't forget, if you like what we're doing, give it the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell, we'll catch you in the next video. So there we are, that is German hot potato salad made.